welcome to ICSM Credit's Coronavirus News Special. In this bulletin, temporary changes to the insolvency rules. Paul Carrott on the importance of chasing overdue invoices during the lockdown. Are the banks taking advantage of struggling companies? And some timely advice on surviving the crisis. First, the Business Secretary, Alok Sharma, has announced new rules for the next 3 months concerning insolvency. Amongst the plans are firms can trade effectively whilst insolvent during the shutdown, with an alteration to the wrongful trading rules. It means that whilst there is no cash flow, firms can still pay staff and buy essential supplies, and the threat of personal liability for the directors has been temporarily lifted until June the 1st. Next, I spoke to Paul Carrott of ICSM's Debt Collection Department about chasing overdue accounts.
That's right, they haven't got their own security. I think a lot of people are swindling their cash reserves away if they have any, but they in turn are not being paid, so it's a knock-on effect, it is a domino effect, but they do have cash, they've got to pay their salaries, and there's not really an excuse for people not to pay, it's just a good excuse temporarily to avoid paying, I think. But I think the best quote I had was the other day, it was quite a blunt one. He said, I'm going to be quite blunt with you, mate. He said, I'm not being paid, no one's being paid. And he said, and if the director of Wetherspoons can publicly tell his suppliers he's not paying them until the pubs reopen, he said, you've got a fat chance to get money out of anyone else. And that was that. So I think that summed it up pretty well. It's down now, it's more so, I mean, we're still actively chasing, I'm actually still getting hold of people, some are still trying to pay. I think now it's going to boil down to how invested the clients are in getting their money back as well. So whether or not they want to spend a bit more taking legal action, or if they want to sit tight and wait for the money to come in. But at the moment I would definitely urge people to push harder, because I can see what's going to happen, and the pattern will be once people have swindled their cash away, they'll think they can fold their companies to avoid paying anything else and just Phoenix again, and that will write off all debts, then people won't get anything back. So I do think people need to be quite proactive now, because most commonly the debts that I get are not sort of 30 days old or 60 days old, they're 90 days plus. In fact 6 months old is quite common. Once you're looking at a debt of that age, with the current excuses people have with the virus, you're effectively writing it off. And if it's a large sum of money, or it's a key sum of money for your business, you really need to start acting now.
So you mentioned credit cards. Why is that important to bring up when you're chasing a debt?
Well, especially for smaller debts, so I mean, up to £5,000 perhaps, a credit card can either make a dent in it or go towards clearing it, and that's another reason people have to not make excuses. Most businesses have credit cards, so there's always something that can be paid, even if it's an agreeable amount to put the rest of the collection process on hold for a month or so. Just something to show willing and show that you have goodwill, and you do intend to clear the debt is quite helpful. And we're all in it together at the end of the day. We've all got to pull together. Holding back finances for any reason is completely backwards. It's not going to help things keep ticking along.
Are banks taking advantage of struggling firms? Well, to test the waters, as an exercise, Ian Carrott of ICSM Credit applied for one of the government's coronavirus business interruption loans and was told by the lender that he would have to give his house as security and pay an eye-wateringly high interest rate. The British Chamber of Commerce and Federation of Small Businesses, amongst others, have complained that the banks are seeing the crisis as an opportunity to pull the plug on those struggling to keep afloat, using viability as the reason to refuse the government's loan scheme. For example, Alex Harris, a publican in London, was steered towards a conventional business loan with a 22% business interest rate instead of the government's coronavirus loan scheme. Ian Carrott's advice is to realise money that is rightfully yours. Use your time to go through your ledger and urgently draw up a list of overdue accounts. He advises that it's a good idea to use ICSM Credit's free legal letters, which have an 87% success rate within 14 days, and if necessary, use ICSM Credit's debt collection department to get the cash that is yours. Many firms are simply shutting down and laying off staff, asking them to sign up for job seekers allowance and other benefits, as they don't know if they will still have a business in June. It could be seen as being short-sighted, as some sectors of the economy will spring back to life immediately, meaning that they will need to recruit all over again. Well, do check out the website, where you'll find lots more stories, and subscribe to ICSM's newsletter, which features a list of firms who have gone into administration. And do join ICSM to find out which firms are in trouble and are not paying their invoices. Well, that's all for me for now. See you next time.